Hello everyone, welcome to Homework Help. If you find the video useful, please subscribe to the channel. In this video, we'll solve this problem using trigonometry models. As per the problem, determine an equation in the form y equals a sine kx or y equals a cos kx for each graph. And we are given these two graphs. We have to write the equation for these two graphs using the given general equations y equals a sine kx or y equals a cos kx. As you may know, constant a is associated with amplitude, constant k is associated with period. There are no d or c constants in these general equations. As you may know, constant d is associated with phase shift. That means there is no phase shift in these two graphs. And constant c is associated with vertical translation. So there is no vertical translation in these two graphs. So we just have to find the values of a and k. So let's start with the first graph. The first step is to analyze the given graph. As per the given graph, the maximum value for the function is 3. The minimum value is -3. Since there is no c value in the given general equations for sine and cos functions, the c value is equal to 0. That means the equation of axis for this function is at y equals 0 or the x-axis. We can also get this value from the formula for equation of axis or midline, which is maximum value plus minimum value divided by 2. As per the given graph, the curve passes through the origin where the equation of axis or the midline is, and on the right side the curve goes all the way up to its maximum value, then it comes back down back to the equation of axis. Therefore, we can use the sine function for this graph, because in a sine function with no phase shift, the curve passes through the origin and first goes all the way up to its maximum value. So let's start by writing the given general equation with sine function. We have to find the values of a and k. In this case, a value will be equal to the amplitude. A value will be positive because after passing through the origin, the graph goes up all the way to its maximum value. We can use the formula for amplitude, maximum value minus minimum value divided by 2. The maximum value is 3, minimum value is -3, 3 minus -3 is 6. I get 3, so the a value is 3. Next we have to find the k value. For that we can use the formula for period. We have to find the period for the function from the given graph. As per the scale on the x-axis, 4 squares are equal to pi units. That means each square is pi over 4 units long. So this point here is pi over 4. This point here is pi over 2. And this point here is 3 pi over 4. There is a very important concept we need to understand to solve this type of problem, because this will help us find the period for this given graph. As you may know, period represents length of one full cycle. One full cycle here is from the origin point all the way to pi over 2, because the curve first goes up all the way to its maximum value, comes back down to the equation of axis, and then goes all the way down to its minimum value, and then all the way back up to the equation of axis. So the period is pi over 2, the length of one full cycle. we have to solve for k. The first step is to cross multiply the denominators. We can cross multiply the k to the left side and 2 to the right side. Next, we can divide both sides by pi. I get k equals 4. Now we can write the equation for the first graph. This should be the final answer for the first graph. Now we can analyze the second graph. The first step is to identify whether we should use sine or cos function for this graph. As per the given graph, the maximum value for this function is 1 over 2. The minimum value is negative 1 over 2. Since there is no c value in the given general equations, that means the equation of axis for this function is y equals 0. We can also get this value from the formula for equation of axis, maximum value plus minimum value divided by 2. In this graph, the highest point on the curve is on the y-axis. That means we should use cos function for this graph. There is a very important concept we should understand and memorize to solve this type of problem. Let's start by writing the given general equation with cos function. Since the highest point on the curve is on the y-axis, the a value should be positive in this equation. If the lowest point on the curve is on the y-axis, then the a value should be negative for cos function. This is a very important concept you need to understand and memorize. In this case, a value should be positive and it will be equal to the amplitude. We can use the formula for amplitude to calculate the a value. The maximum value is 1 over 2. The minimum value is negative 1 over 2. The formula is max value minus min value divided by 2. Half minus negative half is equivalent to half plus half. Half plus half is equal to 1. So the amplitude is 1 over 2. So the a value is 1 over 2. Next we have to find the k value. For that we have to use the formula for period. Period is length of one full cycle. In this graph, we can measure the length of cycle from the maximum point on the y-axis to the next maximum point on the right side, which is at x equals 1. The length of this cycle is 1 unit. So the period is 1. Now we can calculate the k value. We should cross multiply the k to the left side. 1 times k is k. So k is equal to 2 pi. Now we can write the equation for the graph. This should be the final answer for the second graph. So these are the steps you have to keep in mind to solve a problem like this one. I hope you'll find this video useful. Please share it, like it, and subscribe to Homework Help. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Bye.